Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel, and it's certainly another very exciting day in the world of crypto. A number of new all-time highs set today. There's also an analyst that's insisting XRP looks like it's about to pop. I'll share with you what he says the short-term price action is going to look like, but ultimately, I'll share with you even at the outset, he firmly believes that we will be seeing XRP all-time highs and that XRP this market cycle absolutely will outperform Bitcoin. So lots to talk about here, as well as a projection of where we might see Bitcoin in the short term and perhaps the long term as well. But I do want to be clear that I don't have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast. That is all that it is. There's nothing special about me, and I enjoy making YouTube videos about XRP and crypto as a hobby, which is my most favoriteest hobby that I've ever had. And thank you very much all for the support. I do appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you've not yet done so, and hit that thumbs up, because I would appreciate it if you'd be willing to do so. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. As I record this, XRP is at 48.5 cents. Bitcoin at $46,502. Market cap for the asset class just a hair shy of $1.4 trillion. Bitcoin dominance has been up, not surprisingly, in particular since yesterday, at least a good bit, especially on the news of what happened with Tesla purchasing $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Awesome stuff, by the way. Like this, I've been telling you guys, like, this is the trend that I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video, but this is the trend that you can expect to see. You're going to see corporates increasingly position, make initial Bitcoin positions, frankly. And you're going to continue to see an additional institutional adoption of Bitcoin. And this is fantastic for XRP holders and everyone in crypto, because everything's just going to trickle down. Because the way that cycles go in terms of how money flows in the crypto asset class, it typically starts at Bitcoin, then goes into large caps, then mid caps, then small coins, rinse and repeat. So I love seeing this. And by the way, this market cap of $1,397 billion, that's what it is right now. It's right at it did hit its all-time high today. I don't know if that's the exact dollar figure that is the all-time high, but it hit its all-time high today. Bitcoin hit its all-time high today at just over $48,000. Ethereum hit its all-time high today at $1,817. And that's important because once you see that type of money flowing into or Ethereum, rather, even though I don't like to talk about it much, even though I'm an Ethereum holder, it's an indication. We've seen what happens in the past when this type of money flows into Ethereum, and it's going to bode well for large caps. But despite that being the case, here we have XRP, now it's 48.2 cents. So obviously, the price of XRP is artificially suppressed thanks to what has happened with the lawsuit against Ripple. But I firmly believe that we're going to see some serious fireworks at some point. I don't pretend to know for sure when, but that's why I follow all sorts of different chart analysts who can share their perspective on this, including Credible Crypto, who now has a following of 112,100 followers on Twitter, and he wrote, "XRP will pop soon. Locked and loaded." He also wrote this: "Did I mention I think XRP is gonna pop? Odds XRP increase against Bitcoin here are high. Betting that XRP will outperform Bitcoin from current levels is an extremely low risk, high reward bet to make, and I'm taking it." And so as far as the riskiness of it all, and I'll say this, investing in any cryptocurrency is inherently risky, and holding XRP, I admit, it's more risky because of what's going on with the SEC. But even so, I think he's talking about here when he wrote extremely low risk, he's talking about from a technical analysis perspective right there. But I have high confidence that as far as the litigation stuff is versus Ripple's concerned, it's going to get sorted out. There is an individual who responded to this and wrote, "Cred, I'm on Ket now, so I'm thinking mad stuff, but honestly, bud, I have followed you from the start. You were always A1. Do you see XRP seeing its all-time high this cycle?" To which Credible Crypto responded, one word, absolutely. All-time high is going to come. And so other than the Bitcoin maxi traders, which, I do follow some of those chart analysts because I can trust some of their analysis for any crypto that's not XRP. I'll follow some of them. But all the ones that are not Bitcoin maxi trolls, off the top of my head, I don't know if there's one that doesn't think that we're going to hit an all-time high for XRP this market cycle. So we'll see. And that, by the way, I say that, and that's with the impending litigation. That's assuming that it doesn't get cleared up during this market cycle. They still think it's going to happen. And it's weird because I know you might look at it, but it's suppressed now. What's going to change here? And I think so the scary news is already out, and the people that want it out are out. And so if there's just a spark and you start to see a green candle, like just enough people come in, dumb money is going to chase XRP just like it chases S-word coins. And I think that's, from a chart analysis perspective, why it would technically be possible. And then here's a tweet from Robert, who wrote, Mr. Credible Crypto Sir, please share some of your legendary magic technical analysis with Roberto. Do you think we breached the 75 cents resistance this time or nah? And he wrote, Credible Crypto Responder wrote, once we can flip this level, yes. And the level that he's talking about, here's the chart he has. He's talking about anywhere from 47 to 50 cents. So as soon as that becomes support, as soon as you can flip that, he's saying it's going to run off. And so as far as what level, he went on to cite 75 cents. So seemingly that would actually be in the short term. But eventually, ultimately, once this really pops off, he definitely thinks that you're going to be going to all-time highs. And again, he's not the only one. DIY Investing agrees. Different price targets, but still past all-time high. Blockchain Backer still says, yes, $10 to $13 is on the card for XRP. And so it's like, for me, it just gets down to the point. I mentioned this in a video the other day where I suspect that they're correct. There's no way to know for sure. That's the calculated risk I'm going to take. And I'm more concerned if the litigation isn't cleared up. I'm not concerned so much for price action at this point. More so for are the exchanges going to be in the United States? Are the 3 exchanges that allow trading of XRP going to crash when I want to sell? That's my biggest concern at this point, because if you had the workload spread out across dozens of exchanges in the United States, I wouldn't be as worried. But I think everybody that's holding it now, they can only go to 3 places. I admit I'm a little concerned about that. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Magic, and I agree with part of what he said here, but I appreciate diversity of thought. I don't need people to agree with me to be my friend, but I want to share with you what he said. He wrote, here's what I think is most likely. The Fed will roll out the U.S. central bank digital currency, FedNow, and once the dollar collapses, it will be backed by gold, thus restoring intrinsic value and faith in the United States dollar. Also, it's possible that all international transactions will be bridged by XRP. So let's start with where I agree there's a possibility that it's that there's a possibility that XRP could be used to bridge pretty much all international transactions. And in an increasingly liquid world, it might not just be a bridging from fiat currency to fiat currency. It could be from one asset type to another, because they're not by nature interoperable. So if you have pools of liquidity of XRP throughout the world in abundance, and it's super fast and super cheap, I could certainly see XRP bridging more than just fiat currencies potentially. And somebody would have to build that portion of it out, because right now Ripple's just doing, they've created RippleNet and on-demand liquidity. It's an efficient path-seeking algorithm utilizing XRP as a bridge currency, but it's just today to convert from one fiat currency to another. But still, there would be potential in the future with sufficient liquidity. But as far as the dollar collapsing, look, we've seen this movie before. As far as whether or not the dollar is going to collapse, if nothing changes, to me the answer is yes, but I don't know if that's even going to happen in my lifetime. Maybe. And mind you, I'm 37 right now. I don't know. It could be, because look, it's going to be easy for, or let me word it this way. It'll be more difficult for other governments around the world, central banks around the world that don't control the United States dollar. It'd be like, it's going to be much easier. Maybe I said that backwards just a second ago. I apologize if so, but if it's going to be much easier for other central banks that that are not the United States to completely tank their fiat currencies, because right now the United States dollar, it's the global reserve, and so it certainly gets more leeway. And so is it going to collapse? Well, every single fiat currency in the history of mankind that has been abused this way and debased, it has collapsed. So again, that's why I said we've seen this movie before, but I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. I'm not convinced it'll happen anytime soon. And then as far as the idea of gold backing the dollar, even after that, I'm skeptical of that. Even if you're talking about a tank, because I don't think that the United States would want to give up the ability to print dollars. Again, maybe something changes if it collapses, and they just recognize that there'd be such an outcry as a result of that maybe they'd just be like, okay, back on gold standard. I'm kind of skeptical of it, to be honest, but I appreciate diversity of thought. And then let me go to this now from Crypto Whale. This is just some fun information. Crypto Whale, who's an analyst, chart analyst, who has 71,000 followers on Twitter, wrote, "Wow, check out Bitcoin yearly lows. Way more interesting than its highs. Do you agree?" And so take a look at this. I'm going to read to you these yearly lows. So think about this. Think about the price of Bitcoin today. Think of the fact that it hit $48,000 today. And here are these yearly lows. Even the 2020 low. Check this out. But here's 2010, 1 penny. 2011, 30 cents. 2012, $4. 2013, $65. 2014, $260. 2015, $150. 2016, $350. 2017, $780. 2018, $3,122. 2019, $3,322. And 2020, $3,850. Does that sound silly? That's crypto, though. From $3,850 last year at its low to over $48,000 today. The world's crazy, man. Don't make no damn sense on moon, Lambo. And so where's this going, though? There's this article. I don't really want to read through it, but I wanted to highlight this. It's this piece from Cointelegraph titled, "Altcoins Move Higher as Bitcoin Bull Flag Points Toward $50,000. So you could be seeing Bitcoin ultimately at that level sooner than later. I just keep seeing increased analysis from all sorts of traders and chart analysis that they've really been ramping up their predictions for where they think the top is going to be for Bitcoin this cycle. And I keep seeing, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. Whereas most of what I saw a year ago would have been more like 70,000, 80,000, 100,000. And there's still people that think that, and they could be right too. It's just fascinating with the amount of institutional money that's been flowing in. It's just kind of changing the calculus for so many analysts out there. And it's genuinely fascinating. So there's so much opportunity. I'm very excited about this. My XRP bags have been packed since the beginning of October. I'm purchasing other altcoins, and I'm having a good time here. And I think that there's just so much opportunity. Like, I'm putting in every penny that isn't allocated for something that I earn is going into altcoins that have not pumped yet. I will not chase green candles. If something starts to pump, I'll say, "Oh, sorry, missed that opportunity. Can't do that, Matt." And then I will put it in something that has not yet pumped. Because I think pretty much all of the large and mid-cap coins, I suspect anyway, are going to pump to one degree or another, which is pretty much what happened last market cycle. And I'm just going to plant some seeds. Or you call them planting traps. That sounds more fun. I'm going to plant some traps, and then people are going to rush into it, and then I'm going to sell. And I'm under no illusion of selling the top. I'm not going to sell the top. I'm not going to even aim to. I'll just start to reduce my exposure as I start to see it pop off a bit. But you got to get over this idea of being able to buy the low and sell the high. It's just not realistic. It's childish to have that expectation of yourself. You're not going to be able to do that, and you should not beat yourself up for not being able to do that. Buy and sell all you want. I'm just saying, it's from the emotional perspective, just recognize you're not some sort of wizard, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine. But I'll go ahead and wrap up there. Thank you very much for stopping by, my friends. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything, because of anything that I say or write, that would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.